When life throws lemons at you, make lemon juice. And when it throws yam, you run to get a steaming pot. Hi, my name is Shrikant Singh and welcome to our channel Happy Belly Fish. And today we are going to make this piece of meteorite that I have in my hand. I mean, it looks like that, but it's actually a vegetable. Some people call it yam, some people call it elephant foot. And no wonder I'm not surprised that elephants look at us and they want to kill us. They want to charge at us because how dare we call their lovely, beautiful feet elephant foot. One of the things I love about yam is that how many things you can make with it. And today we are going to make a yam mash. What do we need to make this simple recipe? Yam, of course not the whole of it, this is about a kilo. So we'll just take about half of this yam, which will be roughly around 400 grams if I remove the skin. Apart from that, we will need a cup of onion which is finely chopped, 1 tablespoon of garlic finely chopped again, some fresh green chili finely chopped, about a tablespoon of it, and a cup of fresh green coriander, again finely chopped. Salt, you never forget this, and some nice olive oil. You're supposed to use mustard oil actually, but if you don't have mustard oil which is pungent, then your best option is olive oil. Don't use coconut oil or groundnut oil or sunflower or rapeseed, all these different oils, don't use them. You either use mustard oil or you use olive oil. You need a lemon to make things a little sour and interesting. And there is one more ingredient that I'm not going to tell you now. I will keep it secret until the time I'm actually cooking because it is a deviation from the traditional recipe. Normally in supermarkets, you will find yam in pre-cut and pre-packed versions. Like the skin is out, you don't have to actually go through this. But if you end up in a traditional market, you will find yams in all sizes. It will range anything from 3 kilos to 5 kilos to even 10 kilograms, really big ones. So all you have to do is go to the market. You don't have to say I want so many kilograms. You just show I want this much. You kind of, show with your hand how big of a yam you want. And you bring it back. Now, one thing you have to make sure when you're buying a yam that you need to see that it's not sprouting and it does not show any signs of, some big, large cavities on the surface. That's the one thing that you have to see. Otherwise, almost all yam that you will get in the traditional market will be covered with a lot of mud. So you have to make sure that you peel it. Don't begin by washing it in the first step. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of water and it's not going to bring you any significant results. So you have to make sure you scrape off the skin and then you have a much cleaner yam that you can cut and cook further. The hardest part of this dish is actually cutting the yam. So if it's already cut, then even that part is gone and it's not hard anymore. Yam is something with which you can make several different foods. There are thousands of yams that are available today. It grows mostly in the tropical climate and it is one of the staple foods in most African countries and it is loved like anything in India. Yam is also very rich in potassium. It is one of the foods that has the highest amount of potassium in it, so it's a great addition to your food. The recipe is so simple that all you have to do is just steam the yam and then mix all the ingredients together. And then find the person who is most bored at home, give him or her a fork and all they have to do is mash and mix all the ingredients. Even a toddler can do it without even reading a recipe book. Just a little bit of a wash, a gentle nudge, rub, scrub, and it's ready to be steamed. If you don't have a steamer, don't worry. You can even boil it in a pressure cooker or even in an open pot. So I find steaming actually much less wasteful. And while the yam is steaming, make sure you go to the description of this video and download the spice guide so that you can make really amazing and tasty food. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That's what keeps me going. Once the yam is cooked, put them in a nice large bowl and take a fork and mash it nicely. Make sure there are no large chunks. It's just like this guacamole that you make with avocado, something like that. Mash it very nicely. There should be no chunks at all anywhere. And then add the chopped onions, some chopped garlic, some chopped green chili, but of course, like if you don't like hot, then you can even avoid it. Some salt, olive oil, lots of it, fresh coriander, lemon juice. It's a mash, so you have to make sure you mash it really nicely. Adding some sourness either through lemon or even sumac is important because some yam can be slightly bitter and they can even give you a little bit of a tingling sensation or some bites on your tongue. So adding some sourness takes that away. Now you might ask, with all this onion and garlic, can I actually eat this before I go on a date? Of course you can. Not just that, you can actually take it with you to your date. This way, at least you'll make sure you're not hurrying up into the first kiss moment and have plenty of time to understand each other. And then you can stay up late at night ordering food, of course, but don't take me seriously on relationship advice. You'll never make it past the right swipe. And that one special ingredient that I was telling you that you can add, and it is not in the traditional recipe, is tahini. Now when you are going to add tahini, make sure you mix tahini with some water, otherwise tahini is very thick and this will make it easier for it to dissolve in this yam mash that you have made. If you're going to put it on the table as it is, it may not look so appetizing. What we can do is add some garnishing here. We can take some fresh coriander leaves, sprinkle some of it on the top, but even then, why not add some pomegranate seeds? And wow, now it looks more colorful and something that is like special and not just a mash. If this recipe is so simple, then why did I talk so much? Just mix all the ingredients and get over and done with it, right? But no, cooking is a lot more than just taking the ingredients, putting them in a pot and coming out with a recipe. It's a lot of storytelling, it's a lot of experience, a lot of emotions that gets exchanged. And that's what I do through this medium. I connect with you. So make sure you let us know in the comments if you're going to make this recipe and how did it come out if you have already done so, and what you do with yam when you have it at home. And I will see you soon in the next video.